High school football is back on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel. Tonight from Royerton, Indiana, week one of the Hoosier Heritage Conference season as the Shelbyville Golden Bears take on the Delta Eagles. Good evening. Hi again, everyone. Brian Beaver along with you again tonight. Hard to believe, but it's already week 3 of the high school football season. And these two teams are ready to lift the lid on their league portion of the 2018 season. Shelbyville comes in at 0-2. First-year head coach Michael Clevenger's team has lost a couple of big ones. They opened with a 49-7 loss to Greensburg, and then last week dropped a 56-14 decision to Franklin. They are, of course, badly in need of a win. Delta comes in 1-1. Eagles won their opener at Muncie Central rather easily, 35-6. Last week lost a tough one on the road to highly regarded 2A Eastbrook, 28-6. So Chris Overholt's team on their home field for the first time in the season tonight and looking to go 2-1 and, of course, 1-0 in league play. You talk about these two teams and you look at their tendencies. Delta threw the ball 37 times last week at Eastbrook. When they got behind, they started throwing more than they really wanted to. I got to believe if they throw 20 times in a game, they'll be happy with that number. They're not going to run it every play, but they do want to continue to keep the ground game at the forefront of their offense. They have 10 players who have carried the ball at least once this season already for Chris Overholt's team. And it'll be interesting to see how much more pounding they do with the football on the ground. Brady Peace comes in as Delta's leading rusher through 2 games. He's carried 11 times for 63 yards. That's 5.7 a carry. Zach Garner actually has a 6-yard per carry average and a long of 18, which are both team highs. He'll play at wingback. Probably half the snaps tonight, if I were to guess how many times he'll be on the field offensively. Good quarterback tonight for Shelbyville. Landon Watson is a 6'3", 185-pound junior. Good arm. Talked to Coach Clevenger a little bit before the game, and he says Watson is a D1A, 1AA caliber thrower. If they can just keep him clean and balance things out with a rushing attack, they could be pretty formidable. But they have lost big. They come in averaging 10.5 points offensively. They're giving up 52-5 on defense through their first 2 games. Delta is scoring at 20.5 and giving up 17. So this would seem to be a game that'll hinge on Delta's offense against Shelbyville's defense, but that's why you line up and play. You can't tell anything about the game from the stats coming in. Funny things happen. Elsewhere in the conference tonight, all league openers. Greenfield Central is at Mount Vernon. The big game is at Yorktown, where number 1 5A New Palestine comes in to take on Mike Wilhelm's Tigers. Pendleton Heights is at Newcastle in a game where they might break the scoreboard with all the scoring if that one holds true. Other games around Delaware County tonight include Anderson at Muncie Central. That's a North Central Conference opener for both those teams. Both of them are 0-2. And Eastern has come over from Greentown, just east of Kokomo, and they'll play Westdale tonight out in Gaston. So we're about set to go. Teams are in the locker rooms. They've yet to come out for the national anthem. We have about 10 minutes left on the warm-up clock before this one gets underway. And a couple other interesting numbers. The last 10 years, this series has gone to Delta 7-3, but the last 3 have gone to Shelbyville by 7 points, 7 points, and 1 point in overtime 3 years ago. So Shelbyville's had the better of it lately. Delta trying to do something about it. And if you follow me on Twitter, you already know this one. Delta has won 6 straight home openers. They're trying to make it 7 years in a row where they could get a W here on the beautiful artificial turf at Delta High School. In terms of the weather, not going to be a problem tonight at all. No rain, no lightning. It's a little muggy. Game time temperature is going to be right around 85 or so, and just a little bit of a breeze. Not much wind to speak of at all in this contest tonight. Looking down the road a little ways, next week, Shelbyville will host Newcastle on the 7th of September. And, of course, next Friday night, it's the game of the year in Delaware County football as Delta goes to Yorktown. Eagles, Tigers, big rivalry, bragging rights. Enough said there. That should be a good one. Mike Wilhelm's team is off to a 2-0 start out on Tiger Drive, and they've played pretty well in wins over Anderson and Muncie Central. Reed Neal, of course, is their fine junior quarterback, and any team with Reed Neal back there has a chance to win every time they go out. While I'm talking about the Neals, congratulations to Ball State on a big win last night. My alma mater beat the stuffing out of Central Connecticut State, and Riley Neal, top gun from his Yorktown days, had a really nice game in his first game of the season. Next week, of course, it'll be Ball State in South Bend to play, Notre Dame. Boy, what I wouldn't give for a win in that one. We'll have to wait and see how that pans out. But it's a nice night for football, gorgeous night to play. We'll be underway shortly. Good to take our first break. When we come back, we'll set this one up a little bit more on Beaver Media and on the Delco Preps channel. You stay right there.
It's the geometry teacher who mans the ticket window.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen and store managers who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the graduate who listens to the league championship game on the internet.
It's the parent who sells ads in the school athletic program.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
It's the trainers, equipment managers, and ball boys who never miss a practice.
What makes high school sports here in Indiana so special? They do.
You do.
We all do.
High school sports. It's the we that every community needs. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
But I wondered, I was like...
Welcome back to Delta High School. We're just a few minutes away from getting this one underway tonight on a gorgeous Friday night, final night of August 2018, and it has been a nice, warm end of summer day, but before long, fans are going to be out here in hoodies and jackets instead of shorts and T-shirts like most of them are tonight. Here's the starting lineup offensively for Delta tonight. Brady Hunt will be the quarterback with Dawson West, Wesley Stitt, and Brady Pease at running backs. The receivers will be Cameron Levers and Dalen Case. Up front, it's Evan Conley, Mason Hunt, Riley Wooden, Derek Markham, and Brady Edwards on the offensive line. Defensively for Delta tonight, it'll be Nate Sutherland, Brett Warner, and Logan John up front. Wesley Stitt, Brady Pease, Mason Hunt, and Zach Garner in level 2. And the secondary is Cody Howard, Tyler Gilland, Cameron Levers, and Wesley Wooden. Shelbyville comes in with some defensive challenges. They had real trouble in week 1 and in week 2 defensively as they dropped those games. At home with Greensburg and then on the road at Franklin. You can hear the PA system going crazy in the background. I'm I'm not sure it's loud enough. Wow. Unbelievable. I love it. I get blamed for the loud music. I'm just the radio guy, not the PA guy. There you go. That's closer. Closer. Anyway, the Delta High School Marching Band is on the field and is going to perform the anthem eventually tonight. They've got brand new uniforms. And for the first time, I think ever, they're going to sit on the field. They'll sit on the track in temporary bleachers during the game. So that's a little bit of a twist here to get the kids a little more pumped and primed here at Delta. The student section tonight is wearing neon. That's the theme tonight, and they've got neon everything that you can think of. Tops, shorts, shoes, hair, you name it. It's neon, but it's cool. The kids want to have some good time, and can't blame them. If I were 18 again, I'd be doing exactly what they're doing. Defense for Shelbyville is going to have to play minus a starter tonight. Mason LaSure got dinged up. His back is flaring up. He's an inside linebacker most of the time, but he is going to be on the sideline tonight. One of the DBs, Anthony Rigdon, will slide in to play inside linebacker for him, and in place of Rigdon at cornerback, Hayden Smith is going to get a start tonight at cornerback for head coach Michael Clevenger. And you talk about a defender to listen for tonight, Jet Calls, K-O-L-L-S, and yeah, Jet like a plane, J-E-T. He's a 6'2", 200-pound sophomore, 7 tackles, a sack, return an interception, 45 yards for a touchdown last week in that loss to Franklin. So keep your eyes and ears, if you're in the stands, your eyes, keep your ears on the name Jet Calls, because he's probably going to do a few things tonight that will impress you. I mentioned earlier before the break, Delta has 10 running backs who have carried the ball this year. It's not like the old days with Charlie left, Charlie right, Charlie up the middle, Charlie being Charlie Spiegel. And you hear the Delta fans come to their feet as Delta comes out of the inflatable helmet in the north end zone with the neon yellow and the neon blue smoke. Theater 101. You hear the fans clapping here on the home side. They're about set to go. Marching band is on the field. Shelbyville now also taking the stadium turf. Here on the north end of the field, they'll curl and be on the far side, the east sideline tonight. Delta fight song being played by the marching band at midfield. We're not very far away from the opening kickoff of this one tonight on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel. Great having you along as always. We know you have choices, and we're glad you choose us. And thanks so much for your loyalty and your support over the years. I'm going to be doing this as long as my old bag of bones will talk for you. So that's my promise to you. Partly cloudy night, kind of thick, heavy, not a lot of wind. The smoke is just now finally dissipating in the northern part of the stadium. And what wind there is will be out of the southeast and pretty light. Hardly moving the flags.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you will please and
time now for the Delta High School Band to play our Star Spangled Banner.
Anthem, performed by your Marching Eagles, taking the field again for the first time in decades, under the direction of Mr. Zach Enos.
our national anthem by the Delta High School Marching Band. Of course, the flag at half staff here in the south end zone in memory of U.S. Senator John McCain of Arizona, who died last weekend, and everyone thinking about his family and their loss. About ready for football, though. It won't be long at all before the captains come to midfield and we reenact the coin toss and decide who will get the ball to start this one tonight in Royerton, Indiana. Shelbyville, the road team, wearing black pants, white jerseys, black lettering with gold trim, black helmets with their logo in gold on the side. Delta in all dark blue here at home, white numbers, gold trim,
and Neil Sabine.
Dark blue helmets on one side, the Delta logo, on the other side, the player's jersey number. The officials have come to midfield, so have the captains. The toss was won by Shelbyville, and they're going to receive the opening kickoff tonight. So we're about ready to go here in Royerton, Indiana. The crowd will come to life, and we'll get this one underway. Shelbyville will take the ball, try to move it first tonight in this game to open up the Hoosier Heritage Conference season. Thanks for riding shotgun with me here on the World Wide Web. Michael Clevenger, the Shelbyville coach, is in his first year at Shelbyville, his third year overall as a head coach. He spent 2 years running the program over in Clinton County before coming over to Shelbyville.
And Ivy Tech remind you to always be the face of sportsmanship.
We're about set to go. The Delta Eagle mascot down on the track right in front of me, and this must be junior cheerleader night because about 50 little kids, most of them girls, maybe all of them girls, are with the varsity cheerleaders down on the track with their pom-poms ready to go. Delta's got it teed up at its own 40. Delta will defend the south goal line here to open play in the first half. Back to kick the ball for Delta. Big number 88, same as last week, Zach Stanley. On the tee, here's the approach, the kick, high, deep. It'll drive the receiver back to the goal line. It'll land in the end zone for a touchback. And Shelbyville will take over at its own 20-yard line. 1st and 10, Golden Bears. Landon Watson to lead the offense, 6'3", 185, and a junior, hitting 53% of his passes on the season, 2 TDs, no interceptions. They'll open in the spread, 2 wideouts right, 2 more wide left, empty backfield for Watson on first down from the 20. He sends a man in motion. It's going to be a little toss jet sweep this way. Hit and taken down for about a 4-yard loss is Colin Mills. He got nailed.
Number 2, Wesley Stick.
Wesley Stick came up to stick him. Officially a loss of 3. 2nd down. 13 yards to go. Ball on the near hash. Empty set again for Watson at QB in the pistol. Takes the snap. Wants to throw. Throws in the flat. It's in and out of the hands of a man on a crossing route headed for the middle. Pass was intended for Dom Willman. And that'll bring up 3rd down and long. One of those balls that should have been caught. But it's high school football. And it went right through his hands. 3rd and 13. Shelbyville at its own 17-yard line. Quick throw, little wide receiver screen, a lot of running room. Look out, this could go all the way. 40, 50, 1 man to get him. Is it going to happen? Levers chasing, trying to bring him down. Can't get him. Now he gets him inside the 5. Down to the 2-yard line. 81 yards on the screen. Wow, Stevens. They'll mark him officially at the 2. It's an 81-yard throw and catch on the screen. First down of the game, and it's 1st and goal, Shelbyville. At the Delta 2-yard line. On the near hash, Big challenge early for the Delta defense. They'll go now with Merritt, the running back, right behind Watson, the quarterback. They'll hand it to Merritt, straight ahead, untouched into the end zone. Touchdown, Shelbyville. Merritt from 2 yards out. And it's a 6-0 game. Less than a minute into this one. Bolt of lightning. Shelbyville goes 80 yards on just a couple of plays, and on to try the PAT is Keithan Norris. Man runs on late. That's going to be a penalty if they see it. The kick is blocked. Delta will probably decline it. No one saw it. No one threw a penalty flag, and it's just going to be a blocked PAT. Wow. How do you like that? That could be huge late in the game. We've played 52 seconds of this when it's already Shelbyville 6, Delta nothing on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel. Stay right there.
The Indiana High School Athletic Association has a simple message for all those who participate in high school athletics. Play hard. Play to win. But above all, play with respect. Respect for your teammates, respect for your opponents, and respect for the game. Practice sportsmanship the way you play. All right. This message brought to you by the IHSAA and the high schools in this community.
Welcome back to Delta High School. 6-0 game, 11:08 to go first quarter. Shelbyville started at its 20. Picked up 81 yards on 3rd and 13, and a play later, I got a 2-yard touchdown run out of Merritt. Kick was blocked, 6-0 game, and here's Stitt to return it for Delta from the 11. Big wedge in front of him, Daylight 25, tripped up down to the 27-yard line, and a flag comes flying in as well.
With the kickoff return for the Eagles.
It'll be Delta on offense.
On
Let's wait on the signal from the official. It's a holding call against Delta. That'll back the Eagles up. So Shelbyville with an impressive 80-yard drive. The big play was that wide receiver screen that went for 81 yards to the 2. Merritt cha-cha'd into the end zone the next snap. Delta has work to do. This penalty is going to push the Eagles back inside their 15-yard line to the 13. So that's where Delta will start. A lot of work to do for Delta right away. Hunt under center at quarterback. Man in motion is Garner. Nice hole. Inside handoff. Bedwell breaks into the secondary all the way out to the 39-yard line. Beautiful run.
Ball carried by number 20, Connor Bedwell.
That's a 26-yard gain and a first down for the Eagles.
Pushed out of bounds by number 21, Hayden Smith for Shelbyville.
They'll mark him at the 36. So 23 yards right out of the chute on a nice run for Bedwell. 1st and 10 Eagles. Their opening drive. They'll send Wesley Wooden in motion. Toss sweep right. That's far side. Garner with running him around the corner. 40. Cuts it upfield. 48. Spins out of a tackle. All the way to the stick and beyond. It's a Delta first down on a 12-yard pickup by Zach Garner. Two plays, 2 first downs. Delta looks good out of the chute.
Ball carrier number 5, Zach Garner.
We're only a minute 15 into the game. Delta right here in front of us at their own 48, ball on the far side as they move right to left, south to north. Man in motion, he'll hand it to him at Stitt. Big hole on the outside, gets a block. He's going to go to the house. 20, 10, end zone, touchdown. Wesley Stitt. 52 yards. Delta has tied it at 6 apiece.
Wesley Stitt carries it down for an Eagle touchdown.
Beautiful job blocking on the left side of the Delta offense. Terrific job. Three plays, 3 first downs, 6 points in less than a minute. Now to try the go-ahead PAT. High snap, good hold, kick on the way, plenty of leg. It's going to be good. 10:25 to go, first quarter. 2 scores in a minute and a half. It's Delta 7, Shelbyville 6 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
It's your ticket to an evening out that won't break the bank. It's your ticket to explosive runs, acrobatic catches, and game-saving tackles. It's your ticket to an experience you'll never forget. It's your ticket to the IHSAA State Football Tournament. Attending a tournament football game is a fun and affordable way to see sports played the way they were meant to be, for the pure love of it. The Indianapolis Colts and the Indiana High School Athletic Association invite you to be part of Indiana's rich tradition of high school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport, pure state tournament excitement. The drama is set to kick off. Do you have your ticket?
Welcome back to the ball game. The kickoff was into the end zone for another touchback. Beautiful job kicking by Delta. And for the second straight drive, it'll be Shelbyville opening this one at its own 20-yard line. Delta went 87 yards on its opening drive and just a handful of plays. Stitt with a 52-yard run for the lead. One man in the backfield for Watson. Here's a handoff, snowed under for a loss. The ball carrier had nowhere to go. That was Merritt. They stuck him in the backfield for a loss of 3. Nice job by Delta. On second down, 13 yards to go. The Shelbyville 17, one back again for Watson, the quarterback. He'll take it, throw it over the left side. It's incomplete over the head of the intended receiver. He was trying to hook up with Stevens. Couldn't do it. It'll be 3rd and long. One out of 3 early in the game throwing for Watson. Of course, the one he hit was for 81 yards. Same situation. 3rd and 13. The 17-yard line. Shelbyville is going to keep it on the ground. Nothing doing for Merritt, who's hit for a loss again. This time he'll be down at the 14-yard line. Another 3-yard loss for Merritt.
Brought down by number 20, Connor Bedwell, for a loss.
That'll bring up a punting situation. Line of scrimmage will be the Shelbyville 14-yard line. And on to punt is Keithan Norris. Deep man for Delta is Stitt, waiting at his own 48. Good chance to get another touchdown if you can get a good return here. Great field position coming. Rugby-style kick. It's going to roll down the middle of the field. Rolls to almost the 50 and now to midfield and just a ball's length on the side of the Delta side of the field. We'll take a break. 9:03 to go in this one in the first quarter. 7-6 Delta on Beaver Media and on the Delco Preps channel.
The world of high school sports is filled with athletes who possess the eye of the tiger and whose focus and determination enables them to soar like eagles. The games themselves can't be played without a few zebras. Becoming an IHSAA official is a great way to be part of the action and to support Indiana's healthy tradition of high school athletics. Visit IHSAA.org and get in the game. This message brought to you by the IHSAA and the high schools in your community.
Welcome back to the game on first down. Bedwell runs straight up the gut for 11 yards. Another Delta first down. 4 of them already for the Eagles as they move the ball to the Shelbyville 39. Right in the middle of the crown, 8:45 to go first quarter, 7-6 game. Eagles leading and driving again. Wideouts on either side, 3 backs. Last one gets it, sweep this way. It's Stitt, running room to the 30, down to the 28. Going to be close to another first down. In fact, he'll have it by a yard.
Wesley Stitt, tackle made by the Golden Bears, number 22, Elijah Sims.
Another first down for the Eagles. They've run 5 times, and they've got a first down every time. Their 5th of the game already. First and a fresh 4 downs at the 28 in Shelbyville territory. Garner in motion. They'll give it to him. Sweep right. Gets to the corner. To the 20. To the 10. Headed down the sideline. Did he get to the pylon? No signal. I think he's going to be just short. They'll mark him out of bounds.
The ball carrier for the Eagles. Pushed out of bounds by number 22, Elijah Sims.
They'll spot him at the 4. It's 1st and goal. "24 yards for Garner. 1st and goal, Eagles. We've only played a little under 4 minutes. We've had 2 scores already. Threatening for another is Delta. 1st and goal at the Shelbyville 4. Full house tee behind Hunt. You don't see this very often. Straight ahead give. Now left side off tackle. Did he get to the end zone? Yes, touchdown, Delta. Dawson West, 4 yards out. 6 more.
Another Eagle touchdown.
Dawson West cashes it in. Delta drove down the field like nothing was in front of him. Dawson West with his first touchdown of the season. On to try the kick again is Stanley. Waiting on the hold. Good snap, good hold. Kick on the way. Plenty of leg. It looks good. It is good. 8:02 to go here in the first quarter. It's Delta 14, Shelbyville 6 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
A 50-50 ball. An elbow to the ribs. A sudden flash of tempers. In sports, anything can happen in the heat of the moment. The Indiana High School Athletic Association reminds you that when cooler heads prevail, everybody wins. When the game heats up, will you keep your cool? This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
We head back to action with 8:02 to go first quarter. Delta has had the ball twice. They've driven 50 yards and 87 yards. 4 rushing touchdowns, and they lead 14-6. Stanley to kick it off. He's had 2 in the end zone already. This is another one deep. It's going to send the return man back, and he'll let it go in the end zone for the 3rd time in a row. Stanley is putting on a show. Mr. Touchback does it again. Shelbyville will open for the 3rd straight time at the Golden Bears' own 20-yard line, trailing by 8 points now. Delta already unofficially 40, I think it's 63 yards and 2 carries for Stitt with a TD, 36 yards and 2 carries for Garner. Bedwell, 2 carries for 34. West, 1 for a 4-yard touchdown. Bam. How do you like them apples? Pretty good start for the guys in dark blue. West, the quarterback, make it handoff right side. Not much running room. So I get caught in a changeover here. I knew that was going to happen. Short gain of about 3, maybe 4 yards for Merritt on that carry on first down. Merritt's 4th carry, and he's got positive yardage again.
By number 35, Matt Merritt.
Watson is who I was looking for, the quarterback from Shelbyville. And on 2nd down, it'll be about a short 6, maybe a short 7 from the 27-yard line. From the gun, quick throw, far side, caught, taking it upfield, but not for the first down. Going to be about 3-4 yards short on the catch and throw. Watson dumped it off to Miltz. He got about 4 yards on the reception, and it'll be 3rd down for Shelbyville. Delta's defense did a good job. Ball at the 27. Shelbyville needs its own 30 to roll it over. 3 men wide here on the near side. Watson hands it off inside, nowhere near enough for the first down, as Delta's interior defense did a really nice job stopping that one up. Another carry by Merritt. He got 2 of what he needed. They're going to line up and go on 4th down. Gutsy call here from the 29. Shelbyville's going to go, or at least try to draw them offside. We'll see whether they back out of this. I think they're going to back out eventually, and now I'll whistle in a timeout Shelbyville stops the clock to talk it over. They were trying to draw the Eagles offside. It didn't work. And on 4th and 1 at your own 29 early in the game, it's probably going to be a punting down. We'll keep it right here. So what a great job out of the chute by Delta. Less than a minute into the game, the defense had given up an 80-yard drive for a touchdown, including an 81-yard gain on a 3rd and 13 that took it to the Delta 2. Merritt ran it in for Shelbyville's touchdown. The kick was blocked by Delta. And since then, all Delta. 52-yard run for a touchdown by Wesley Stitt. A 4-yard run for a touchdown by Dawson West. Both kicks were good, and Delta went from -6 to +8. Just that fast. Back to action. 4th and 1. Shelbyville at its 29. They'll put it in play. Looks like they're going to go. They're in the pistol. Watson, hard counting. Looks like he's not going to be able to draw anybody offside. Play clock down to 15. They'll snap it to him. They're going to go. Handoff straight ahead. Just enough for the first down. Ball pops out. It's on the ground. They're going to say it was dead. Delta came up with it, but they're going to call it dead. And a good for a first down carry by Merritt. Straight ahead. He got 2 when they needed 1. And Shelbyville will have 1st and 10. Tough running inside. Golden Bears will have a fresh 4 downs at their 31. Watson waiting on the pistol snap. He's got it. Rolls right. Going to throw right. It's caught and then dropped. Incomplete pass. Should have been complete. Riley Stevens dropped it.
Number 86, Riley Stevens.
It'll be incomplete in 2nd and 10. Gilland was there defensively. Two out of 5 unofficially for Landon Watson for 85 yards early in the game. 1 back next to him, 3 wides. Handoff near side. It's a sweep around the corner. Not much running room at all. Delta defense with a great job to stop him. Let's see who umpiles. Nice hit down there. Looked like it might have been Pease leading the charge with Wes Wooden as well. It'll be 3rd and 9 yards to go.
Ball carried by number 35, Matt Merritt.
Man goes in motion, U-turn, resets. That's Miltz in the slot near side. Ball on the near hash on 3rd and 11. The quarterback says, come up, come up, come up. Now they're ready with 8 on the play clock. Here's the snap. Watson wants to throw. He's going to be sacked. Taken down at the 24-yard line. Nate Sutherland, I believe, got the paper or plastic.
8, Trevor Edgerton sack. Excuse me, number 8. Landon Watson.
That's a sack.
12, Nate Sutherland.
-5. We've got a flag on the far sideline. Let's see what happens here with the referee. Here's the signal. They're going to talk to the Delta captains. That's usually good news for Delta. Talking to Pease, he says, nope, procedure against Shelbyville. They'll decline it, take the sack. -5 for Sutherland, and it's 4th down. First sack of the night. Sutherland has been a sack machine early in the season. That's his 3.5 sacks now on the season for Sutherland. And it's a punt situation. Wait a minute. Now they're going to remark the ball at the 33. Make it the 32. Punt almost blocked. We'll iron it out. Delta's going to chase it down. It's going to take a long Shelbyville roll all the way to the 21-yard line in Delta territory. That's where they'll start. We'll keep it here. 4:17 to go, first quarter. Delta gets the ball back on the Shelbyville punt. So wipe off the sack and -5. And Delta will start its 3rd drive at its 22-yard line. Leading this one 14-6. Eagles have scored both times they've had the ball tonight. 2 men wide right, 2 backs, 1 in motion now. That's Stitt in motion. Toss sweep to Garner. He'll run it right side. Big hole. Cuts it out to the 25, out to the 28. Flipped in the air on the tackle. Flag goes flying at the line of scrimmage. That may be against Delta. We'll wait.
Ball carried by number 5, Zach Garner.
Nice job hitting the hole on the sweep by Garner. Here's the signal. It's holding against Delta. That'll wipe off a 5-yard gain for Garner. They'll walk it off here back toward the south end zone on a gorgeous Friday night, the end of August. All the way to the 12. First penalty of the night by the Eagles. It'll back them up to their own 12-yard line. 1st and 20. Wide man near side, wide man far side. Here's a sweep left. Lots of running room for Westwood, and he turns the corner, gets a great block on the corner. It's a foot race to the midfield stripe, to the 40-yard line. Huge gain for Wesley Wooden, who takes it into Shelbyville territory. Great run. Let's see where they mark him down. It's going to be at the 42-yard line. Let's see. Quick math. 47-yard gain. Wooden with another first down. 8 of them unofficially in the game for Delta. They've got a fresh 4 at the Shelbyville 41, leading 14-6. Play action. Hunt rolling. Man open. He's got him. Bedwell to the 30. Cuts upfield. 25-20. Heading for the end zone. It's going to be a touchdown. Bedwell takes it all the way. Connor goes all the way for another Delta touchdown. 41 yards. Want to try the kick? Stanley. Just that fast. Delta expands its lead to 20-6. Stanley looking for point number 21. Waiting on the hold. Here it is. Kick on the way. It's up. It's good. 3:35 to go first quarter. Delta has popped open the lead. It's Eagles 21, Shelbyville 6 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
Honey, isn't it amazing?
What?
The sacrifice, the dedication, the grit. I mean, they really set an example, don't they?
Oh, well, no question. Today's high school athletes are truly special.
Not the athletes.
Well, who?
The officials.
Oh.
Today's student athletes are truly special. But there's something pretty great about the men and women who officiate their games, too. Like the way they're giving back to their communities. Officiating is a terrific way to stay in shape, meet new people, and stay connected to the game you love. But the biggest reason of all, we need more qualified high school officials here in Indiana. And without them, the rest of us would have a whole lot less to cheer about. High school games need officials. High school sports need you.
Great call, Ralph.
Yeah.
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
Another kickoff into the end zone by Stanley. 4 straight touchbacks. Shelbyville will start at the 20-yard line with a 4th possession in a row, trailing 21-6. Watson back in the pistol again in the spread. He'll hand it to Merritt. They sweep it left side. Running room to the corner, but he runs into Stitt and Pease after a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. Merritt's had some tough duty. Running hurry up now, no huddle. Shelbyville on 2nd and 6 at its 24. 3 men wide, trips here near side. Throw goes far side instead. It's caught, but a short gain to Dom Willman, who caught it, maybe got 2 or 3 at the most. It's a 3-yard gain.
Number 5, Zach Garner.
Willman with his first catch of the night. It'll be 3rd down and about 2, maybe a fat 2, short 3. Watson barking out the signals. Play clock down to 20. He'll pause now and look to the sideline. They'll either reset the play And they will move the running back from his right to his left. 3 wideouts here near side again. They're going to hand it to the running back straight ahead. Might have gotten to the stick. We'll wait and see. I saw Logan Drown, 33, stuck in there. Carey went to Merritt and got just enough for a first down. 2 yards for Merritt. A first down for Shelbyville. 1st and 10.
Logan Drown
at the 31-yard line. Driving left to right, the Golden Bears trailing 21-6 late first quarter. 2 wideouts left, 1 here on the near side. Dropping, throwing deep down the middle. It could be picked. It's incomplete on a diving attempt from the DB spot by Zach Garner. It's incomplete. It might have been tipped at the line of scrimmage. It was way underthrown.
Intended for number 3, Colin Mills. Number 12, Nate Sutherland applying.
2nd down, 10 to go. Watson with Merritt next to him, to his right. 2 wideouts, far side left. 1 here near side right. Man in motion. They'll jet sweep it this way. Not going to be a lot of running room, though. In fact, it's going to be a play for a loss on a carry by Miltz. They'll drop him here on the Delta side of the field on the near sideline. -3. 2 carries, -6 yards for Miltz. That play's not working at all. From the near hash. 3rd down and long. Quick throw near side. Caught. Stevens has it. Cuts it upfield. No long gain this time to him. He gets about 5 yards back on the completion to bring up 4 down territory here.
Number 86, Riley Stevens. Tackle made by the Eagles, number 34.
Stevens with his 2nd catch of the night. 4th and 8. And on to punt is Shelbyville. Keithan Norris to do it again. This will be his 3rd punt. Line of scrimmage is the Shelbyville 32. Stitt waiting at the Delta 35. Short snap, rugby punt. It's low. It'll roll down the middle. Returnable. Stitt comes up, takes it on a big hop. Running room to the 40, 45, 50. Cuts back inside to the 45 and just does go down. Open field tackle might have saved a touchdown. If Anthony Rigdon doesn't get him, beep, beep, bye-bye. Great return for Stitt, though, all the way to the Shelbyville 44-yard line. 1st and 10 Eagles. They've got 46 seconds to go here in the first quarter. What little breeze there is at their backs, leading 21-6. Hunt under center. Play action. Looks deep. Got a man out there wide open. It's going to be caught. Levers inside the 5 all the way to the 3-yard line. 41-yard gain. Hunt to Levers. His first catch of the night. 1st and goal. Delta. Oddball stat of the night. Both completions by Hunt have been for 41 yards. You can't make this stuff up. 1st and goal. Delta ball. Shelbyville 3-yard line. Final 30 seconds of period 1. Eagles leading 21-6. Handoff straight ahead. West barrels to the end zone. Touchdown Delta. Dustin West from 3 yards out. He's got his 2nd touchdown of the game and 2nd of the year. And Delta is back on the board, leading 27-6. Beautiful drive by Delta. That one went 44 yards. 4 first quarter drives for the Eagles. 3 ended in touchdowns. Stanley on again to try the extra point kick. Here's the snap, the hold, another beautiful kick. It's way good. 22 seconds to go, first quarter. Delta has blown this one open. It's the Eagles 28, Shelbyville 6 on Beaver Media and on the Delco Preps channel.
A 50-50 ball. An elbow to the ribs. A sudden flash of tempers. In sports, anything can happen in the heat of the moment. The Indiana High School Athletic Association reminds you that when cooler heads prevail, everybody wins. When the game heats up, will you keep your cool? This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
Welcome back to the ball game. Stanley has it teed up. He's going to have leg fatigue. This will be his fourth, make it fifth kick of the night already. Here he comes. Long, high, end over end boot. They're going to let it hit. It'll hit a yard deep for the touchback. 5 straight touchbacks. Outstanding work tonight by Stanley. And it'll be 1st and 10, Shelbyville. They're getting used to this at their own 20-yard line. Unbelievable. Delta with an outstanding opening quarter. 4 touchdowns. They've had the ball 4 times, and they've scored 4 times. Terrific performance by Chris Overholt's offense. Now here on 1st and 10, 22 seconds left in the first period. Might be the final play of the quarter. Low snap. Now it's on the ground. I think West, make it Watson, was able to fall on it. It's going to be a loss of 6 yards on a fumble covered by the quarterback.
By number 8, Landon Watson.
Make it 2nd and long. Clock hits zeros. That'll do it for the period. We've played the first 12 minutes here in Raritan at the break. Long flip of the field. Don't go away. At the end of one, it's Delta 28, Shelbyville 6 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
It's your ticket to an evening out that won't break the bank. It's your ticket to explosive runs, acrobatic catches, and game-saving tackles. It's your ticket to an experience you'll never forget. It's your ticket to the IHSAA State Football Tournament. Attending a tournament football game is a fun and affordable way to see sports played the way they were meant to be, for the pure love of it. The Indianapolis Colts and the Indiana High School Athletic Association invite you to be part of Indiana's rich tradition of high school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport, pure state tournament excitement. The drama is set to kick off. Do you have your ticket?
Welcome back to the ball game. We switch ends of the field. Shelbyville now moving south to north. 2nd down, 16 to go at the Golden Bears 14. Here's a sweep right. Merritt cuts it upfield to the 15, maybe the 16 or 17, but only a short gain. They'll give him the 16-yard line, a gain of 2 for Merritt. He's been the workhorse with 10 carries already. Good down to pin your ears back, give you the Delta defense. 3rd down and about 13 to go. 2 wide right, 2 wide left. Shelbyville moving it right to left across your internet screen. On the throw. Deep ball down the near sideline. Man is wide open. It's just overthrown by a step. Miltz had beaten the defense. The throw was a bit too long. Make it 4th and long. Another punting situation for Shelbyville. This will be the 4th punt tonight by freshman Keithan Norris. Wide open formation. He rugby punts the ball low and rolls it down the turf field intentionally. Good snap. Gets it away. It's going to hit and roll to the 45, to the 50. Stitt will just back out and say, go ahead and play it. We're going to have great field position as Shelbyville downs it at the Delta 41-yard line. 46-yard punt, no return, but great field position for Delta again. We'll stay with it right here, 11-11 to go in the 2nd quarter. Delta will open this drive at its own 41. Eagles have scored every time they've had the ball in this game, leading 28-6. They've had big runs and big passes. Hunt, the quarterback, will be under center again. 3 running backs. Stitt in motion. They'll hand it to him. Sweep right. Big hole on the corner. 50, 45, all the way to the 43-yard line. 16-yard gain.
Tackle made by Shelbyville's number 22, Elijah Sims.
And check it. It was Garner, not Stitt. Garner. And they'll give him 15. And Delta has a first down on a nice pickup by Garner. Right here in front of us, I'm on the 44. It's on the 44. 1st and 10 Delta. Man in motion again. They fake to Garner. Spin give. Wesley Wooden fumbled it, picked it up on a full speed stride, and he breaks into the secondary and finally spun down at the Shelbyville 24. That's a 20-yard gain for Wesley Wooden. If he holds on to that, he probably goes for a touchdown. As it is, it's 1st and 10 Delta at the Shelbyville 24. Eagles are nearing the red zone again with 2 men wide here on the near side. That's St. John in the slot. Lehman out here on the split end. Hunt, toss sweep this way. It's going to be Garner. Cutting it upfield. Big hole. 20, 15. Spins down to the 14-yard line. Another Delta first down on another big chunk play. On a gain of 12 by Garner.
Ball carried by the Eagles number 5, Zach Garner.
Another Delta first down on officially 14 first downs by Delta here in the opening half. And we played 14 minutes of football. Delta's putting on a show. Now in the red zone. 1st and 10 to go at the Shelbyville 14. Hunt breaks the huddle and brings him up. St. John and Levers will go wide far side. That's the left side as Hunt looks at it. Takes the snap. Sweep right. Heading for the end zone. It's going to be Wesley Stitt to the pylon and to the end zone. Touchdown, Delta. Wesley Stitt. 14-yard run for a touchdown. His 2nd touchdown of the night. Delta has broken this one wide open. It's 34-6 Eagles. Unbelievable performance. On to try the kick. Stanley again. Schwer to hold. Good snap, good hold, beautiful kick. Splits them, and it's good. 9:52 to go before halftime. It's wide open now. Delta 35, Shelbyville 6 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel. Stay right there.
The world of high school sports is filled with athletes who possess the eye of the tiger and whose focus and determination enables them to soar like eagles. The games themselves can't be played without a few zebras. Becoming an IHSAA official is a great way to be part of the action and to support Indiana's healthy tradition of high school athletics. Visit IHSAA.org and get in the game. This message brought to you by the IHSAA and the high schools in your community.
We head back to action with 9:52 to go, 2nd quarter. Wesley Stitt with his 6th touchdown of the year, 4th on the ground, 2 in the air. Stanley is kicking off for the 7th time in the game, and there it goes. Another touchback. It's going to be taken. They're going to let him bring it out. He stepped in the end zone, but they'll let him bring it out. 15, 20. And where else do you start? What should have been a touchback at the 20 ends up at the 20. Karma. Gotta love it. Shelbyville has opened every drive at its 20-yard line. A lot of work to do for Michael Clevenger's Golden Bears. This time they're going to say 19 after they unpile it. Can't win for losing if you're in a Shelbyville uniform. 3 men wide here near side, whistles before the snap. We've got a timeout called, I believe, by Shelbyville. We'll stay right here with it. So Shelbyville takes the opening kickoff Goes down the field in about 4 plays for a touchdown. Took him less than a minute, and it was 6-0 Shelbyville, but the extra point was blocked. And since then, it has been a Delta avalanche coming down the field toward Shelbyville. 5 straight touchdowns in response to that opening score by the Golden Bears. We've got ourselves a humdinger out here on State Road 28. Terrific first half performance by Chris Overholt's team. I told someone before the game, they've had too many +10 runs and +20 throws not to explode. They're about to do it. And what do? Boom. 35 points in about 14 minutes of football. We're back to action. Man in motion. Throw far side. One hops incomplete. The receiver at about the 26-yard line. I think that was Stevens it was who tried to one hop it, couldn't get it.
Incomplete, number 86, Riley Stevens.
2nd and 10. Flag now just hanging limp on the pole. Almost no wind on a muggy night. 2nd and 10 for Watson, the quarterback. Man in motion. Misdirection give goes off tackle right, but Delta's defense smells it coming. Stop it for about a gain of 2 to make it 3rd and long. It probably went to Merritt as they unfile. We'll tell you momentarily. It was Merritt. Give him a tough 2 yards. Third and 8. Shelbyville trying to get something going. Trailing 35-6, early second quarter. Watson under pressure. Throws here near side. It's caught. Taken upfield. Willman has it. Breaks one tackle. Tries to spin out of it, but can't. Pease there to stick him with help from Logan Drown. Couple more guys there. Short gain of 5 yards. That'll bring up 4th down. They're lined up to go. Shelbyville's going to go. Barking out the snap call. Watson. Play clock down to 15. He looks to the sideline. So do the rest of the Golden Bears. Play clock down to 10. Are they going to go or just try to draw Delta offside? Snap to Watson. They're going to go. They try the inside handoff. Nothing doing. No gain. Delta holds. Eagles have the ball back in great field position as Shelbyville turns it over on downs at the Golden Bears 26-yard line. Merritt has just been bushwhacked on every inside run tonight. Delta takes over deep in Shelbyville territory. They'll start this drive on the near hash on the 26 of Shelbyville. Man wide far side. Here's play action. Rolling left. Hunt to dump it off. Caught by Bedwell. He turns it upfield. Down near the stick. Spins down inside the 15. They'll mark him at around the 16-yard line. That's going to be very close to the stick and the first down. And they give it to a 10-yard gain for Bedwell on the pass from Hunt. Hunt is 3 out of 3 for 92 yards here in the first half. Delta with a fresh 4 downs at the Shelbyville 16. Pounding on the door in the red zone again. Man wide here on the near side is Dalen Case. Inside handoff straight ahead to West. Runs over 2 men, fights his way all the way to the 11-yard line. Beautiful inside run by West for 5 to make it 2nd and short.
Dawson West. Tackle made by the Golden Bears, number 60, Jacob Smith.
3rd carry of the night by West. First one that wasn't a touchdown. 2nd and 5. Fat 5, short 6, just outside the Shelbyville 11-yard line. We're 7.5 minutes from halftime, 35-6 game. Eagles leading, Eagles threatening. They'll sweep it left side, running room for Wooden. He's going to go to the end zone untouched. Touchdown, Delta. Wesley Wooden, 11 yards out. A beautiful sweep. Delta is back on the board. Wooden with his first touchdown of the night, 6th touchdown by the Eagles. And they've blown the lid clear off this one at 41-6. Stanley again to try the PAT. Conley the long snapper, Schweer the holder. They both do their jobs. Stanley does his. Drills another one. 7:19 to go in the second quarter. It's Delta 42, Shelbyville 6 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
The Indiana High School Athletic Association has a simple message for all those who participate in high school athletics. Play hard. Play to win. But above all, play with respect. Respect for your teammates, respect for your opponents, and respect for the game. Practice sportsmanship the way you play. All right. This message brought to you by the IHSAA and the high schools in this community.
This one has turned into a rout in Royerton. Delta leads 42-6 now with 7:19 to go in the first half. Delta has had 6 possessions. They've scored 6 touchdowns on the ground and in the air. They've had a great night. Kick by Stanley, high end over end toward the far hash mark, returnable at the 5. It's fumbled. He picks it up, 10, cuts it upfield, 15, 20. Daylight flag flies in as he's dropped at the 25. Elijah Sims on the return. Got about 20. Flag is sitting at around the 21-yard line. Let's see what the call is. Holding against Shelbyville. When it rains, it pours. Golden Bears have just had no luck after the opening drive, which was pretty darn impressive, I got to tell you. Since then, though, all Delta. The officials will spot this penalty at the 22 and march it back. They should end at the 11. They're going to end it at the 12. So 1st and 10. Golden Bears trailing by 36 points. Watson, the quarterback, has all kinds of receivers, 2 on either side, man in the slot as well. Empty backfield. Man in motion is Merritt. Dropping, looking deep, throwing deep out here on the near sideline. Man is out there, nearly intercepted. Great coverage by Gilland to break it up near midfield. One-on-one play. That was get it if you can. Dom Willman was out there, but Tyler Gilland was right there with him. Makes it 2nd and 10. That'll stop the clock with 7:06 to go here in the second quarter. Trips wide here near side for the Golden Bears. 2nd down. Fake handoff. Keeper by the quarterback straight up the field, up the hash marks for the first down. He got all the way to the 27-yard line on a 15-yard pickup by Watson.
Watson with the keeper.
First down for the Golden Bears. They've got 5 in the game. Delta, by comparison, has 17. Watson to throw on first down. On the far side, in and out of the hands of the receiver. About 6 yards upfield. That was Stevens who was trying to catch it. 2nd and 10. 6:51 left in the first half. A Delta blowout. 42-6 Eagles here in the Hoosier Heritage Conference. Opening game for both teams. One man next to the quarterback. That's Merritt. They'll hand it to him. Sweep right side and out for the first down to the 39-yard line on a nice 11-yard pickup. Merritt with an 11-yard scamper. 1st and 10. Golden Bears at their own 44. Now really running the hurry up are the Golden Bears. 3 men wide here on the near side. A whistle before the snap. A flag flies. From the opposite side, it's procedure against Shelbyville. That'll cost Shelbyville 5 yards. Back to their 34. Shelbyville scored first. Delta responded with 6 straight scoring possessions to lead 42-6 here. Midway second quarter. Here's a handoff inside to Merritt again. He runs into a tackle by Stitt after a gain of about 18. Check it.
Ball carrier by number 35, Matt Merritt. Tackle made by number 2, Wesley Stitt for the Eagles.
2nd and 7. Shelbyville 42-yard line. Clock rolling. 6 minutes to go. Second quarter. Rolling right. Throwing right. Overthrown by Watson as he tried to hit, I believe, Stevens. It was Stevens.
Riley Stevens.
It'll make it second now, third down. 3 straight incomplete passes by Watson. And when he's missed high or low. Not left or right, high or low. 3rd and 7. Golden Bears need to get to their own 49. They've got 3 men wide, far side. That's right for the offense. Watson to throw. A little bubble screen out there. Stevens has it. Upfield to the 48. He's going to be about a yard short. They needed 7. They got 6.
Pass complete, number 86, Riley Stevens.
That's the play that went for 80-plus yards early in the game for Shelbyville, but this time Delta smells it out, and on 4th and 1 at the Shelbyville 48, you can bet your house payment the Golden Bears are going to go. They've gone from deep in their own territory. They're certainly going to go now, and they line up to go. Handoff straight ahead. Delta stopped them. Great defensive stick here on the right side of the Delta defense. Warner was there. Pease was there to plaster him for a loss of 2. Delta gets the ball back.
Number 35, Matt Merritt.
Pease and thank you.
Loss by number 4, Brady Pease.
Terrific play by the senior linebacker. So here come the Eagles again. They'll start this one at the Shelbyville 48. Got 5:21 left here in the opening half. Shelbyville got off to a 6-0 lead less than a minute into the game. But Delta went to work, scoring 6 times in a row. You look down at the unofficial stats, a drive of 87 yards, a drive of 50, a drive of 78, a drive of 44, a drive of 79, and a drive of 26. Delta's offense has been in turbo gear all night long. They've really done a fine job for Chris Overholt. Timeout called on the field. I think this was an official's timeout just to let the players get a little water on a hot, muggy night. And we're about set to get back underway. Been quite a performance here for Delta early on in this game. They just have hit on all 8 cylinders after that opening minute drive by Shelbyville. So here come the Eagles, leading 42-6 with 5:21 to work with in the second quarter. Moving it left to right, right in front of us here in the press box on the home side. Hunt drops under pressure. Hit as he throws. It's short and incomplete at around the 35, intended for Zach Garner. Elijah Sims defending it for Shelbyville. It'll be 2nd and 10. That's the first incomplete pass of the night by Brady Hunt. He hit on his first 3. 3 out of 4, 92 yards unofficially. 2nd and 10. Man in motion is Garner. They hand it to him. He sweeps right, cuts back, finds a little daylight straight ahead, runs forward for about 5 yards. They're going to give him 4 to the Shelbyville 44.
Number 5, Zach Garner, ball carrier.
Garner's done a nice job running the ball. We've got a Delta player down. Hopefully this is nothing more than a cramp for Wesley Stitt. And the trainers will come out to check him out. They'll work on him. While they do, we'll take the break. 4:55 to go in the second quarter. It's Delta 42, Shelbyville 6 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
It's the geometry teacher who mans the ticket window.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen and store managers who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the graduate who listens to the league championship game on the internet.
It's the parent who sells ads in the school athletic program.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
It's the trainers, equipment managers, and ball boys who never miss a practice.
What makes high school sports here in Indiana so special? They do.
You do.
We all do.
High school sports. It's the we that every community needs. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the ball game. It is not Stitt, it is Zach Garner who went down and was down for a while. Looks like just the cramp issue, maybe in his calf. He's walking off a little bit, hobbled under his own power, doing the Fred Sanford walk, but I think he's going to be just fine. Good luck keeping him out of the game. Garner will come out for a play. It'll be 3rd and 6 yards to go for Delta at the Shelbyville 44. Wooden in at running back for Garner. Hunt on 3rd down, drops, blitz. Take it up, throw it to the far side, caught for the first down. Took it on a knee. Levers with the catch at the 34. A gain of 9 and a first down.
Cameron Levers, first down Eagles.
Unofficially 18 first downs for Delta here in the opening half. We still have nearly 5 minutes to go in a 42-6 contest. Fresh 4 downs for the Eagles at the Shelbyville 36-yard line. Man wide here on the near side. It's Levers. Misdirection give goes to Wes Wooden. Right to left. He takes it off tackle left side for about 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6. Delta hasn't had a 100-yard rusher this season, but I'll bet you dollars to donuts they have at least one tonight. Eagles huddle, and they huddle way back from the line of scrimmage like we used to in the old days, a good 10-plus yards back, so they can't hear you saying anything as we go under the 4-minute mark. 2nd and 6. Eagles are going to sweep right. That's to the near side. Running room into the secondary. Nice run by Stitt, who takes it to the 19. Good for another Delta first down. 13-yard pickup by Stitt. Another first down for Delta. I've got him for 19 first downs. They'll be at the Shelbyville 19. Ball on the near hash. Clock rolling, 3:35 to go, 2nd quarter. Delta 42, Shelbyville 6. Lehman is wide here on the near side, man in motion, misdirection give West. Daylight to the secondary, to the 5, to the end zone, touchdown! Dawson West, a 19-yard run for his 3rd touchdown of the night, and it's 48-6. Beautiful run. Huge hole created by the Delta offensive line. Another Delta touchdown, and on to try another PAT is Zach Stanley. Been a Zach attack tonight in the kicking game. Snap good. Hold on the way. Line drive kick this time, but he got it through. It's good. 3:23 to go in the first half. It's Delta 49, Shelbyville 6 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
It's the geometry teacher who mans the ticket window.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen and store managers who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the graduate who listens to the league championship game on the internet.
It's the parent who sells ads in the school athletic program.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
It's the trainers, equipment managers, and ball boys who never miss a practice.
What makes high school sports here in Indiana so special? They do.
You do.
We all do.
High school sports. It's the we that every community needs. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
We're back to live action. The kickoff return by Merritt of Shelbyville from around the 5 to around the 30. They'll spot him down at the 32. First and 10 Golden Bears.
35, Matt Merritt. Tackle made by the Eagles.
Been a long night for the Shelbyville offense. Opening drive looked fantastic. Everything since then has been trouble for the Golden Bears as they trail now by 43 points with 3:15 to go in the second quarter. 2 wide here near side, 1 wide far side on first down. The Golden Bears will keep it on the ground, hand it to Merritt. Merritt got back near the line of scrimmage, but I don't think much more than that. Brett Warner, the big inside lineman for Delta, put it on him. Merritt got a yard to make it 2nd and 9. Going quickly, no huddle are the Golden Bears on 2nd and 9. Watson calls for the snap. He's got it. Play action. Throw over the middle, in and out of the hands of Willman. And around the 45, it's incomplete to make it 3rd and long. Clock stops with 2:46 remaining here in the second period. Delta has had a week's worth of scoring in a half a game, basically. Now on 3rd down. Watson ready for it. Man, a step behind, a step next to him. Under pressure, hit as he throws to the far side. Delta got a blitz, and Peace came untouched and just flattened the quarterback on the throw. It'll be 4th and long.
For number 86, Riley Stevens.
Landon Watson got a Brady Pease tattoo. Time for the 5th punt of the night by Shelbyville. Pease came like a bull seeing a red flag and just got him a step late. 4th down, Eagles will get it back on the punt. Line of scrimmage is the 32-yard line. Rugby kick, it'll hit, take a roll. It's going to be inside the 30, inside the 25, and it'll roll out of bounds at around the 22-yard line. We'll take the break with you. Delta about to start another drive, leading 49-6 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
What makes high school sports here in Indiana so special? They do.
You do.
We all do.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the ball game. 2:38 to go. First half. Delta leading 49-6. Eagles have the ball at their own 22 with Hunt on our quarterback center, and he'll take the snap, hand to Wooden, sweep left side, big running room, has a hold of the 40 to the 50. It's a foot race down the far sideline, inside the 30. They finally catch Wesley Wooden, but not until he takes it inside the 25-yard line.
Wesley Wooden, tackle made by Shelbyville's number 47, Travis Hartwell.
That's going to be a 55-yard gain by Wooden and a Delta first down. Wow. They'll spot it at the 23. Delta looking for 6 more here before halftime. Hunt under center again. He'll drop. Has time. Throwing down the middle. It's caught. Inside the 15, inside the 10, down to the 5. Beautiful catch by Cameron Levers.
Pass complete, number 11, Cameron Levers.
18-yard gain.
Shelbyville's number 22, Elijah Sims.
First and goal. Delta at the Shelbyville 5. Sweep right, fake right. Now it's left with Wooden. He's going to find a way to get inside the 5. Gets down to the 2. They bowl him under there on a tough run of about 3 yards.
24, Wesley Wooden. Golden Bears, number 47.
Second and goal.
Hartwell with the tackle.
1:52 to go in the first half. Delta with plenty of time. They have 3 more shots at it. 2nd and goal from the Shelbyville 3. Let's see what they do with Hunt under center. They sweep it right. Man cuts it upfield into the end zone. Is he going to get there? It looked like he got in. Are they going to spot him short? They do spot him short. No signal. Wow.
Ball carried by number 2, Wesley Stitt.
Stitt with
Stop made
2 of the 3 they needed.
47, Travis Hartwell.
3rd and goal. Let's see if Hunt just sneaks it here like he did last week at Eastbrook. Handoff straight ahead. Bedwell cuts to daylight. Touchdown, Delta. Beautiful run by Connor Bedwell, who picked his way to daylight behind a nice block. Off tackle. Another Delta touchdown. Unbelievable. Every drive for Delta has resulted in a touchdown. Zach Stanley on to try for point number 56. Good hold. Kick on the way, nearly blocked. It's through. Good. 1:15 to go before halftime. The route is on in Royerton. Delta 56, Shelbyville 6 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back to the ball game. I can say this as an ex-kicker. It's a good night when your kicker has outscored the other team 8-6, and he has. Zach Stanley has for Delta. We still have 1:15 to go in the half. Delta leading 56-6. Stanley lined up to kick off. He'll need some massage and maybe a little ice at halftime for leg fatigue. Here's his kick. Long line drive, end over end. It'll be fielded by Merritt at the 5. Straight ahead to the 15-20. Cuts outside 25. Works his way to around the 27. 1st and 10, Shelbyville. They'll have to take it 73 yards to get any points. Trailing by 50. That's right, 50.
Made by the Eagles, number 80, Spencer
So they'll
Ashburn.
spot the ball at the Shelbyville 27. A return of 22 yards for Merritt. And with $1:08 to go and Shelbyville trailing by half a century, back to work goes their quarterback, Landon Watson. Throws right, caught, little screen on the edge, upfield to the 30, 35, taken down near the sideline, but inbounds by Sutherland on a gain of 8, on a little pass to the flat. Make it 2nd and 2.
3, Colin Milks. Tackle made by number 34, Brady Pease.
2nd and 2. Make it 3. Handoff straight ahead. Tough running inside. It should be just enough to roll the sticks over as Merritt fights his way forward. A yard past the stick at a timeout taken by Shelbyville.
Matt Merritt.
Merritt with a gain of 4 and a first down for Shelbyville. That'll stop the clock as they take timeout. A first down would have stopped it temporarily. And with 37 seconds to go in the first half, Shelbyville talks it over, trailing 56-6. I'm not sure I've seen a night where the first score went to the visitors in the first minute, and then the home team scored to answer it, and 7 more times in a row. 8 possessions in a row for Delta to take the ball down the field, and they've done it long and they've done it short. They've done it running and throwing. They've had a fantastic offensive night for Chris Overholt here in week 1 of the Hoosier Heritage Conference season. Shelbyville came in allowing 52.5 points a game, and they've allowed 56 in the first half of this one tonight. So you think in the second half you might see some wholesale substitutions for Delta. If they don't win this game, there ought to be a congressional investigation. Mueller needs more work if they don't win this game. And now we're back to play on 1st and 10 at the Shelbyville 38. Final minute and change of the first half. Deep ball down the middle. Gillen was the closest to it as he defended Willman on an incomplete long ball.
Intended for number 12, Don Willman.
Clock stops with 33 seconds to go on 2nd and 10. Ball just to the right of the middle of the field. 2 men wide here near side, 2 wide right, 1 running back to the left of the quarterback, Watson. Snap to him, play action, bubble screen here near side. It's incomplete through the hands of Dom Willman, who should have caught it all day and just dropped it. And when things are going bad, things like that happen. Clock stops with 30 seconds to go in the half. It'll be 3rd and 10. Two men wide either side here again on 3rd and 10. Delta may get the ball back. Fake handoff sweep. Quarterback keeper straight up the gut. He's got just enough to get to the stick. Gain of 10 and a first down. Nice run by Watson. Another timeout taken by Shelbyville. We'll stay right here with you. Well, I'm not sure if you could play better at all if you're Delta. You want to can this and break it off the shelf every Friday because they have been really impressive tonight offensively for Chris Overholt and his coaching staff here in Royerton. It's been just a disaster for Shelbyville after the opening possession, and they had some nice moments. They had 3rd down and 13 at their 17-yard line, 30 seconds into the game. And through an 82-yard screen pass that took it to the Delta 2, and they scored on the next play. And it was 6-0 before people were even in their seats. But the kick was blocked and the route was on. Delta just came out of the chute roaring, or soaring in this case if you're an Eagle, and they have not looked back. They've been spectacular. Ready to put the ball back in play right here in front of us at the Shelbyville 48 on 1st and 10 with 15 seconds before halftime. Watson in the pistol has the ball. Time to throw. Now under pressure. Throws it over the middle. It's nearly intercepted. Intended for Willman. Wesley Wooden broke back on the ball like a center fielder and just had it go through his hands on a leaping attempt. And it'll make it 4th down. Watson has thrown it 21 times in the first half. Doesn't have a lot to show for it. 11 seconds on the clock. Shelbyville is going to go on 2nd and 10. Should be the final play of the half. Watson hands it misdirection. Up through the middle of the formation goes Merritt for about 7 yards to the Delta 47-yard line, but the clock winds out. No fumble, no penalty flag, no nothing. That's going to do it for the first half. It's been Delta in a rout as we head to the locker rooms. After 24 minutes of football, it's Delta 56, Shelbyville 6 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel. Back with the halftime show after this break. You're listening to high school football on the Delco Preps channel. We'll be right back.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. There's just one place where a team is more than a group of individual agendas. It's a catalyst for demonstrating the potential of the collaborative spirit. There's just one place where players, coaches, and fans experience the exhilaration that happens when an entire community rallies behind the school team. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. In addition, high school sports help young people in Indiana develop the discipline and confidence they need to be leaders in life, even as they unite communities like nothing else. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
It's the geometry teacher who mans the ticket window.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen and store managers who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the graduate who listens to the league championship game on the internet.
It's the parent who sells ads in the school athletic program.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
It's the trainers, equipment managers, and ball boys who never miss a practice.
School sports here in Indiana so special? They do.
You do.
We all do.
High school sports. It's the we that every community needs. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Who do I swim for? I swim on my high school team for my mom, who gets up at 5 o'clock every morning to take me to practice.
I swim for hugs from my teammates, spaghetti dinners, and my lucky neon green goggles.
I swim for Coach Murray, who pushes me to dig deep and finish strong.
More than 7.7 million American teenagers participate in high school sports every year, including about 152,000 here in Indiana. They're all learning essential life lessons, like the importance of hard work, time management, and self-discipline, skills that are helping them become better leaders and more active, responsible citizens.
Most of all, I swim for myself, because I learn more about who I am and who I want to be every time I dive into the pool. That's who I swim for.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to Delta High School. I'm Brian Beaver. We are at halftime. It's going to sound like a final, but we're only halfway through as Delta leads 56-6 after a first half for the ages here on State Road 28. What a contest this has been. If you're a Shelbyville fan, sorry for the outcome tonight, but Delta has just been fantastic. They're well on their way to winning their home opener for the 7th year in a row and for their first win in this series after losing 3 in a row over the last 3 years to Shelbyville. It's, never impossible to come back from 50 down, but I don't think so. They won this game tonight. Shelbyville, I think I'd walk home. Here's a quick recap of the scoring first. After a break, we'll give you some stats, but here's the scoring roundup. Opening kickoff went to Shelbyville. The Golden Bears won this coin flip tonight. They said, give us the ball. They took it on the north end, a touchback. They took it at the 20. A couple plays later, they had 3rd and 13 at their 17. That's when they threw a bubble screen to their receiver, Stevens. He gained 81 yards. It went to the Delta 2. And a play later, Merritt ran it in from 2 out for the touchdown. With 52 seconds gone in the game, after a blocked extra point kick, it was Shelbyville 6, Delta nothing. But Delta scored 8 straight times after that. 52-yard run for Wesley Stitt. Stanley's kick at 10:25 of the first gave Delta the lead 7-6. They've held it ever since. 8:02 to go. First quarter, Delta on a 4-yard west run. Stanley's kick made it 14-6. 3:35 of the first. Delta again. Hunt on a 41-yard pass to Bedwell. Stanley's kick good. 21-6 Delta. And then 22 seconds at the Into the first quarter, Delta, a 3-yard run by West for his second TD of the night. Stanley's kick made it 28-6. That's where we ended things in the first period. We go to quarter number 2. Again, all Delta. 9:52. 12-yard run by Stitt. Stanley's kick good. 35-6. Delta. 7:19 of period 2. An 11-yard run for the Eagles by Wesley Wooden. Stanley's kick made it 42-6. 3:23 to go before halftime. Delta on a 14-yard run by West. His hat trick third TD of the night for West. Stanley's kick again true. 49-6 Delta. And then with 1:15 to go before halftime, Delta on a 1-yard run by Bedwell. Stanley with the kick tacked on. 56-6 at halftime. 28 points in each of the first 2 quarters by Delta, and I got a feeling that might be some kind of a record here in the Eagle football annals. It was just an incredible performance in the first half by the Eagles. The touchdown drive to start the game by Shelbyville went 80 yards in just a handful of plays. Then Delta, here's their scoring drives in the first half. 87 yards, 50 yards, 78 yards, 44 yards, 59 yards, 26 yards, 48 yards, and 78 yards. Unbelievable. Delta hasn't had a 100-yard rusher this season until tonight. They've got one in the first half and a couple knocking on the door already in a route. We'll see how many subs Chris Overholt manages to get in the game here in periods 3rd and 4. We'll take another break and be right back. We'll take a look at the unofficial first half statistics after this time out on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel. You stay right there.
It's your ticket to an evening out that won't break the bank. It's your ticket to explosive runs, acrobatic catches, and game-saving tackles. It's your ticket to an experience you'll never forget. It's your ticket to the IHSAA State Football Tournament. Attending a tournament football game is a fun and affordable way to see sports played the way they were meant to be, for the pure love of it. The Indianapolis Colts and the Indiana High School Athletic Association invite you to be part of Indiana's rich tradition of high school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport, pure state tournament excitement. The drama is set to kick off. Do you have your ticket?
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Indiana. In fact, it's a crash course in teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, high school sports teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, leadership, and the importance of believing in your teammates and supporting your community. High school sports, a healthy part of a complete education. This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in this community.
Honey, isn't it amazing?
What?
The sacrifice, the dedication, the grit. I mean, they really set an example, don't they?
Oh, well, no question. Today's high school athletes are truly special.
Not the athletes.
Woohoo.
The officials.
Oh.
Today's student athletes are truly special. But there's something pretty great about the men and women who officiate their games, too. Like the way they're giving back to their communities. Officiating is a terrific way to stay in shape, meet new people, and stay connected to the game you love. But the biggest reason of all? We need more qualified high school officials here in Indiana. And without them, the rest of us would have a whole lot less to cheer about. High school games need officials. High school sports need you.
Great call,
Yeah!
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
Honey, isn't it amazing?
What?
The sacrifice, the dedication, the grit. I mean, they really set an example, don't they?
Oh, well, no question. Today's high school athletes are truly special.
Not the athletes.
Woohoo.
The officials.
Oh.
Today's student athletes are truly special, but there's something pretty great about the men and women who officiate their games too, like the way they're giving back to their communities. Officiating is a terrific way to stay in shape, meet new people, and stay connected to the game you love. But the biggest reason of all, we need more qualified high school officials here in Indiana. And without them, the rest of us would have a whole lot less to cheer about. High school games need officials. High school sports need you.
Great call, Ralph.
Yeah!
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
Welcome back. It's halftime here at Delta High School. Delta out in front of this one, 56-6 at intermission. Quick look at the unofficial numbers at halftime. For Shelbyville, Watson passing, 7 for 21 for 112 yards. Miltz, 2 catches for 12. Willman, 2 catches for 8. Stevens, 3 catches for 92. Rushing, Miltz, 2 for -6. Watson, 4 for 14. Merritt, 18 for 41, and their only touchdown. For Delta, terrific first half. Brady Hunt, 5 out of 6 throwing, 119 yards and a touchdown. Receiving, Levers, 3 for 68. Bedwell, 2 for 51 and a touchdown. Rushing in the first half, Wes Wooden, the first Delta runner to eclipse 100 yards in a game this year, 6 carries, 145 yards, an 11-yard touchdown, and a 55-yard run for his long. Other runners tonight, Stitt, 5 for 90 yards and 2 scores. Garner, 5 for 67, set up a couple of scores. Bedwell, 3 for 35 and a touchdown. West has 4 carries, 26 yards, and a hat trick. Ole, 3 TDs in the first half for that young man who has played his tail off here tonight for Coach Chris Overholt. Team numbers, 2 penalties in the first half for Shelbyville for a total of 15 yards. Unofficially, 8 first downs for the Golden Bears. No fumbles, no interceptions. They punted 5 times. Delta, 1 penalty for 12 yards. 21 first downs unofficially. No fumbles, no interceptions, no punts. Delta had the ball 8 times. They drove to pay dirt 8 times. Haven't seen anything like this in a long time. Delta back on the field warming up. So is Shelbyville. We're almost ready for the third quarter. We'll take one more break. Back for second half action after this on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel. Don't go away.
In Fort Wayne, 2 sisters make a historic splash when they swim their way to a pair of individual state titles.
In Evansville, a boys and girls soccer team become state champions in the same year for the same school, claiming their place in Indiana history.
In Bloomington, 12 young men combine their talents, check their egos, and net a basketball state title.
High school sports have provided us with as many inspirational stories as there are towns in Indiana.
In Valparaiso, a gymnastics team scores a perfect season, winning a record 7th state championship for their school in the process.
A football team south of Indianapolis refuses to lose, comes from behind, and runs away with an improbable state title.
What will the story be in your community? High school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport, pure Indiana. This message made possible by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in this community.
A 50-50 ball. An elbow to the ribs. A sudden flash of tempers. In sports, anything can happen in the heat of the moment. The Indiana High School Athletic Association reminds you that when cooler heads prevail, everybody wins. When the game heats up, will you keep your cool? This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
The world of high school sports is filled with athletes who possess the eye of the tiger and whose focus and determination enables them to soar like eagles. The games themselves can't be played without a few zebras. Becoming an IHSAA official is a great way to be part of the action and to support Indiana's healthy tradition of high school athletics. Visit ihsaa.org and get in the game. This message brought to you by the IHSAA and the high schools in your community.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Indiana. In fact, it's a crash course in teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, high school sports teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, leadership, and the importance of believing in your teammates and supporting your community. High school sports, a healthy part of a complete education. This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in this community.
We're ready for second half action here at Delta High School. Eagles 56, Golden Bears 6 as we open the third quarter. Of course, Shelbyville won the toss and took the ball. That adds insult to injury because now they've got a kick at the Delta to start the third quarter, trailing by 50 points. So when it rains, it pours for the guys from Shelby County. Brian Beaver along with you. Thanks for sticking with us. You never know how many points we might have in this second half. I got a feeling Delta's going to clear the benches eventually. Shelbyville about to kick it away. Keithan Norris to do the job. Stitt waiting for Delta at his own 6-yard line. The approach, the kick, it's high, deep, returnable. Stitt will have it go through his hands. It'll roll into the end zone for a touchback, and Delta will open at the 20-yard line. See if the Eagles can keep their scoring streak alive. They've scored 8 straight drives. Brady Hunt will head back to the huddle. He'll quarterback at least the first series of the third quarter. 1st and 10 Eagles. Hunt under center. Man in motion this way. Misdirection, give up the middle into the secondary. Nice burst by Wesley Stitt. That was not Stitt. As they umpile it, we're going to get a number. I think it's 23, 27 for the Eagles as they already go to the subs. And Javon Whitfield with the carry. 8-yard gain. Second down give to the right side of the field. That's the far side. Short carry, good for a first down at the Delta 31-yard line. Not sure who got that carry, but it's another Delta first down. Their first of the second half, and they've got it at their own 31 with a fresh 4 downs. Spin give, interior run. Whitfield doesn't have it. Great fake here on the near side sweep. Goes the ball for about an 8-yard gain. As Delta handed it that time to one of the reserve runners.
By the Eagles, number 1,
Luke Belangi.
By Shelbyville's number 20, Matt Black.
Who got 8 yards. First carry of the night for Belangi. 2nd and 2 at the Delta 39. First drive of the second half. Man in motion. Handoff straight ahead. Whitfield, big hole into the secondary. Breaks tackles. 2 or 3 broken. Spins his way all the way to the Shelbyville 45-yard line. Beautiful 16-yard run by that young man. Delta puts up another first down. Whitfield, 2 carries, 24 yards. Not what you want to see if you're the Shelbyville coaching staff. 1st and 10. Misdirection give. Into the right side, big hole. This one might go the distance. To the 20, to the 15, down to the 11-yard line. Luke Belangi on a big one. 35-yard gain. 1st and goal.
Ball carried by the Eagles, number 1, Luke Belangi. Tackle made by Shelbyville's number 20, Matt Black, and number 21, Hayden Smith.
Well, that's the 3rd first down on this drive for Delta, and it's not, well, they're going to call it goal to goal, but it looks like the ball's just outside the 10, and that's just where they're going to leave it. With 8:59 to go. Here in this 3rd period. First drive for the Delta Eagles, and they're threatening to go on the board, and they're going to go on the board. A touchdown from 11 yards out, make it 10. Officially for Belangi. He scores his first touchdown of the year. Luke Belangi, who picks up 53 of those yards on that drive for Delta, and the Eagles lead this one 62-6. Terrific drive, and the streak continues. 9 straight possessions with a touchdown for Delta tonight. They've been unstoppable. Stanley on for the kick. Good rush. It's up. It's good. 8:47 to go, 3rd quarter. Wow, the Avalanche is down in the valley. Delta 63, Shelbyville 6 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
This may sound like the typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Indiana. In fact, it's a crash course in teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, high school sports teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, leadership, and the importance of believing in your teammates and supporting your community. High school sports, a healthy part of a complete education. This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in this community.
Welcome to the ball game. Kickoff right as the break was ending, and Shelbyville returns it to about the 25-yard line. Merritt caught it and lateraled back to Miltz, who continued the return all the way to the 20. They're going to mark it at the 24 for Shelbyville in their first possession of period number 3 as they trail 63-6. That's not a typo. Here's a little toss sweep. That should be a pass. That's a shovel pass forward as Miltz came in motion. That's a pass, and he lost yardage.
Number 3, Colin Miltz.
They'll mark him down for a 5-yard loss.
And number 33, Logan Brown.
That was a forward shovel pass. Second and 15. Watson, quick throw in the flat, caught right away. He's wrapped up out there. That was Miltz, who got popped by a Delta defender who came up and got him.
Pass complete to number 3, Colin Miltz. Tackle made by number 85, Carson New.
4-yard loss. 3rd down, 19 yards to go. Line of scrimmage, the 19. Make it the 14. Snap, quick drop, under pressure. Throw down the middle. It is incomplete. Milt's the intended receiver. He slid to try to catch it on a low throw. Might have had it briefly where it popped out on his landing, and it's 4th down. Another punting situation for Shelbyville. Their first of the second half. From their own 14-yard line on 4th and 19. Stitt waiting at the Delta 45. Snap good. Rushes on. Kick is that low one down the middle. It's blocked. It's up for grabs in the end zone. Delta's got it for a touchdown. They finally got one of them. Not sure who came up with it. Was it Belangi who got it? A blocked kick into the end zone for a touchdown. Looks like Connor Bedwell will get credit for the touchdown on the blocked punt. Wow, when it rains, it pours. On to try the extra point. This will be point number 70 if Stanley can convert. Schweer waiting on the snap from Conley. Everything good. There goes the kick. It's down the middle, and it's good. 6:38 to go in this one. Boy, take the over in Las Vegas. Delta 70, Shelbyville 6 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel. Stay right there.
You'll see adversity tackled and obstacles overcome. You'll be energized by the thrill of triumph or moved to tears by a sudden crushing defeat. You'll feel a surge of adrenaline. You'll feel like you're on top of the world. You'll experience it all as you watch the Indianapolis Colts compete for another Super Bowl title.
Sure, but you can also experience it by attending a high school sporting event in your community. Your local high school sports teams and the Indianapolis Colts really do have a lot in common. They give communities a chance to come together, to cheer for the home team. They give us a chance to be part of something truly special, but only if we give them our support. Back to you, Mr. Announcer Guy.
The IHSAA and your Indianapolis Colts, bringing communities together. The Indianapolis Colts are proud sponsors of the IHSAA State Football Tournament.
Kickoff return by Colin Miltz of Shelbyville from the 2 to the 31. 1st and 10, Golden Bears. Why do they have it back again? Their punt was blocked into the end zone for a Delta touchdown. Connor Bedwell got credit for the recovery. The ball stopped rolling at about a yard deep into the end zone. He got it. Kick was good. It's a 70-6 football game, and we got a long way to go with 6:16 left in the third quarter. Shelbyville staying with Merritt on the ground. Toss sweep right side. He's hit at the line of scrimmage and driven back by the Delta defenders. They're kind. He got a 2-yard gain out of it. It'll be 2nd and a long, 8. Shelbyville just trying to find something positive here the rest of the way. 2 wide either side. Watson waiting on the snap. He's got it. Fakes the handoff. Little bubble screen out in the flat. Caught. Cut upfield nicely to the 39-yard line. It should be good for a first down. Miltz caught it for an 8-yard gain, and it is good for a Shelbyville first down. Their first one of the second half. Now, these are high school kids. They're young men. They're not perfect. They make mistakes. And when you're down 70-6, if you're the coaching staff at Shelbyville, you're just trying to get something positive to take back home down the road. Quarterback keeper on first down. Watson fought his way ahead for about 5 tough yards. Kid's not a bad-looking quarterback. His coach said he's got the arm they want at the next level. He certainly does. On second down, Merritt, handoff straight ahead into the secondary, racing to the goal line. He's to the 20, to the 10, They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Shelbyville, and there's your positive for the ride home.
Number 35, Matt.
56 yards for the touchdown. Shelbyville's second score of the night. Merritt went untouched. Now on to try the PAT. They're going to say no to the kick. They're going to go for 2. Might as well. From the 3-yard line. Play action. Quarterback keeper straight ahead. Did he get in? The officials look like they're going to say no. They do say no. It's no good. 4:38 to go here in the third quarter. Shelbyville has scored again. It's Delta 70, Shelbyville 12 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
The Indiana High School Athletic Association has a simple message for all those who participate in high school athletics. Play hard. Play to win. But above all, play with respect. Respect for your teammates, respect for your opponents, and respect for the game. Practice sportsmanship the way you play. All right. This message brought to you by the IHSAA and the high schools in this community.
We're back here at Delta. 70-12 is the score. Delta on top. Shelbyville about to kick it away. Delta deep man waiting at the 3-yard line. Here's the kick. Low line drive. It'll roll to the 6. Picked up on the run. Now brought this way. 15, 20. Daylight to the 25, to the 30. 33 before he finishes it off near the 35-yard line. Great little return by Cody Howard. Nice job. Eagles will have it 1st and 10 at their own 34. Every offensive possession tonight for Delta has ended in a touchdown. And these games take forever if you start throwing because the clock stops all the time. So, guys, keep it on the ground. Let's get this in. 1st and 10. Delta ball. See what they do here. New quarterback is in the game. I think that's a handoff to the I-back, and he fights his way out for a 12-yard gain to the 46-yard line. It's a 1st down for Delta. Carry that time by Kyle Tempest.
Kyle Tempest. Tackle made by number
12-yard gain.
Susby.
Quarterbacking now, Delta. Trevor Edgerton, number 8. So a new sheriff in town on 1st and 10 at the Delta 46. There's a sweep left side. Lots of daylight running him to the 40, to the 39. Matthew Schwer.
Ball carried by number 6, Matthew Schwer. Tackle made by Shelbyville's number 22.
Another 1st down for Delta. All the way to the Shelbyville 40. First and 10 Eagles as they drive it left to right, north to south. From the Shelbyville 40, movement on the defensive line. Dead ball flag, should be encroachment. Offside against Shelbyville. That'll cost them. Just the 3rd penalty in the game by Shelbyville. It's been a very clean game from a foul standpoint. 5-yard walk-off, it'll be 1st and 5. We've only had 4 penalties in this entire game. So well done for the guys when it comes to staying within the rules. Now at the 35 in Shelbyville territory. Spin give. Comes left to right. Nice running room into the secondary again. And this one goes all the way to the 20-yard line 15-yard gain by Luke Belangi and a first down. I told you at halftime we might have more than one 100-yard rusher, and we've already got one, and a couple Delta runners are knocking on the door themselves.
Belangi for the Eagles.
Belangi with 4 carries for 70 yards unofficially. Here all in the second half. 1st and 10 at the Shelbyville 20. Delta threatening to score yet again. Straight ahead handoff. Good second effort running that time inside by Tempest, who got about 3.
Kyle Tempest, the ball carrier for the Eagles. Tackle made by Shelbyville's number 77, Austin Skaggs.
Delta just having its way inside in the ground game. They've looked great tonight offensively. Of course, no coach is ever happy. You'll watch the film and say there's 119 mistakes here. But when you're winning 70-12, you've done a lot of things right. I know Chris will be happy. On 2nd and 7. Give inside. Running room through the backers to the secondary. Tempest all the way down to the 3-yard line. 14-yard pickup.
Eagles number 36, Kyle Tempest. Tackle made for the Golden
1st and goal.
19, Anthony Rigdon.
Final 40 seconds of the third quarter, and I don't know if they're playing with the running clock. I didn't see anybody say so, but boy, it's good that we're running the ball a lot and just get in, get out of here, get the guys in the locker room healthy. No one wants to see an injury in a 70-12 game. It's just the right thing to do. Under center, Edgerton on 1st and goal. There was movement in the Delta backfield. Someone jumped the snap count. I think that's going to be a march off, as procedure is the call against Delta. And they'll wind the clock. 5-yard loss. 2 penalties, 17 yards total against Delta. And we probably have seen our final snap of the third quarter as the clock runs down. We've played 3 quarters here in Royerton. It's been a rout on US 35. We go to the 4th quarter. Delta 70, Shelbyville 12. Back with the 4th quarter after this on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
It's your ticket to an evening out that won't break the bank. It's your ticket to explosive runs, acrobatic catches, and game-saving tackles. It's your ticket to an experience you'll never forget. It's your ticket to the IHSAA State Football Tournament. Attending a tournament football game is a fun and affordable way to see sports played the way they were meant to be, for the pure love of it. The Indianapolis Colts and the Indiana High School Athletic Association invite you to be part of Indiana's rich tradition of high school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport, pure state tournament excitement. The drama is set to kick off. Do you have your ticket?
Welcome back to the ball game. We flip the field, and I mean flip it, to the 9-yard line. Goal-to-goal situation for Delta as they now head for the north end zone, leading 70-12 with a running clock in this 4th quarter. Here's a sweep right. Could be a touchdown. It is a touchdown. Nice run by Luke Belangi from 9 yards out, and Delta has done it again.
Belangi for another Eagle touchdown.
We've got a whistle and an injured player from Shelbyville on the field. You hear the fireworks as Delta's lead expands to 76-12. Belangi has given him a nice burst off the bench. 5 carries, 79 yards, 2 scores. A play into the 4th quarter. Some kind of game. As they tend to the injured Shelbyville player, and it looks like another cramp situation. In fact, we've got two players, one from each team, I think. One down in the end zone, one laying at around the 15, and you just hope they're both dinged up a little bit on a muggy night. You know, we start the football season in Indiana in summer, and we end it darn near in winter sometimes on Thanksgiving weekend down at Lucas Oil Stadium. But I'm telling you, you don't want anyone leaving this game tonight with a serious injury at all. Kids have played hard. They played their hearts out. And I got to give a lot of credit to Michael Clevenger and his Shelbyville Golden Bears. They haven't quit. They are still playing hard. They're down 64 points right now with almost a full quarter left, and they are not mailing it in, and that's a good thing for them. Nice job, guys. Still tending to the injured players on the field. See if I can get you some numbers. Well, in fact, we have two Shelbyville players injured. The one in the end zone is up walking off under his own power. The one down at the 14-yard line back near the line of scrimmage in the backfield is still down. We're taking a little longer with him. Shelbyville showing a lot of heart. Like I said a moment ago, when you're down this much and you're still trying to play hard, you know, you don't get hurt doing nothing most of the time. Now the second man is up as well. He's hobbled a little bit more, and he's going to need some help to get to the sideline. You hear the hand for him. So both Shelbyville Golden Bears have gone to the sideline. And a few-minute delay here between the touchdown and the extra point attempt coming up by Delta. And being an ex-kicker, I got to tell you, you have a lot of pride in that part of your game. And he's hit 10 in a row tonight, and you don't want to miss. You want that 11th one in a row. It's not really greed, it's professionalism. You want to hit it every time. Conley to Schweer to Stanley. If they can get it here. Good snap, good hold. Kick is clean. It's up. It's good. 11:45 left in the game. Delta leads this one 77-12 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
The Indiana High School Athletic Association has a simple message for all those who participate in high school athletics. Play hard. Play to win. But above all, play with respect. Respect for your teammates, respect for your opponents, and respect for the game. Practice sportsmanship the way you play. All right. This message brought to you by the IHSAA and the high schools in this community.
Kickoff underway, taking it to 2-yard line. Here comes Shelbyville to return it. They take it straight up the middle. Nice return that time by Willman, who meets a roadblock of blue jerseys, but not until he takes it to the 26 or 7-yard line.
Kickoff return by number 12,
Shelbyville
Tom Willman.
trying to salvage a little pride here in the second half. It'll be 1st and 10, Golden Bears at their 27. So the Golden Bears go back to work offensively. Man in motion this way, toss sweep the other way. Good running room upfield, past the 30 to the 35, the 36 for Merritt, who's been a busy guy tonight from the running back spot. They give him a 9-yard gain to make it 2nd and short. Got a yard to go. Unofficially, Merritt over 100 yards now, 21 carries, 108 on his tally sheet. 10.5 minutes left in this one. Here's a little jet sweep. Carry that time by Colin Miltz. I don't think he got the first down. He did not. Call it no gain. 3rd and 1. Ball at the 36-yard line for the Golden Bears on their side of the field. 2 wideouts far side for the Golden Bears. They need a yard. Hand off to Merritt. Offside left tackle. Into the linebackers. He's got enough for the first down as he takes it to the 40-yard line. Nice hit that time defensively for Delta in the secondary, but not enough to stop him. He got enough for the first down, did Merritt.
Number 35, Matt Merritt. Tackle made by number 36, Kyle Tempest.
Tempest with the stop. Nice stick. 1st and 10, Golden Bears at their 40. Here's a handoff inside, nothing doing. Delta smelled it out. Fooled nobody on a run up inside. Good defensive stop that time on Merritt.
Matt Merritt, the ball carrier for the Golden Bears.
He got a yard.
By the Eagles, number 58, Logan Mick.
Give the stop to Logan Mick. 2nd and 9. Clock rolling, 9 minutes to go in the game. A 77-12 Delta lead. Twin wideouts either side. Watson's going to throw a deep ball. Manis all alone. He's got it at the 30. He stumbles to the 20. It cost him a touchdown, but they'll take it all the way to the 16-yard line.
Nate Sutherland. Tackle made by Shelbyville's number
43-yard gain.
Hunter Deaton.
First and 10. At the Delta 16. One running back there with Watson. He fakes the handoff, keeps it, runs it forward into the secondary down to the 4-yard line. Nice run. 12 yards. Did I say he hadn't quit? Landon Watson hasn't quit. Credit to him and his team. 1st and goal. Golden Bears knocking on the door at the Delta 4-yard line. Final 8 minutes of the game. Shelbyville looking for their 3rd score. They hand it to Merritt. He runs into the blue paint for a Shelbyville touchdown.
Number 35, Matt Merritt. Shelbyville touchdown.
Merritt cashes it in. Golden Bears drive it 73 yards, and it's 77-18. Now the question for Shelbyville is, what do we do when we're going for 2 here? Single setback, man in motion. Watson to throw a little slant in the end zone. He's got it. He dropped it after it was called good, and it's a 2-point conversion. Throwing that time as Willman came up with the catch in the end zone for the 2-pointer, and it makes it a 77-20 game. Back with more after this on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
The Indiana High School Athletic Association has a simple message for all those who participate in high school athletics. Play hard. Play to win. But above all, play with respect. Respect for your teammates, respect for your opponents, and respect for the game. Practice sportsmanship the way you play. All right. This message brought to you by the IHSAA and the high schools in this community.
Brian Beaver back with you for the final 6.5 minutes of this game as we play with a running clock in the fourth quarter. Delta leading 77-20. Shelbyville with a nice little drive there to get another touchdown on the board. And the Golden Bears now to kick it away to Delta with Cody Howard waiting on the kick at the Delta 5-yard line. He'll come up and take it on a hop at the 15, make it the 10, 15-20. Cuts far side, 25-30. Taken down just shy of the 30 as he slides down around the 28. Delta has scored every time it's had the ball on offense tonight. They've added a special teams touchdown on a block punt. They've done a lot of things well tonight. So Chris Overholt will have a lot of work to do because, trust me, statting this game is going to take a while. 5.5 minutes to go and under now as the clock continues to run. Delta has its second teamers out there. Trevor Edgerton at quarterback in relief of Brady Hunt on 1st and 10. Under center and movement. The right defensive end jumped offside for Shelbyville. Was he drawn, though? No, he was not. It's against Shelbyville. It'll cost him 5 yards. Fourth penalty against the Golden Bears. It moves the ball to the Delta 33. 4:50 to go in this one. It's looking like a basketball blowout, but it's a football version at 77-20. Delta has had an incredible game. They led at halftime 56-6. Edgerton will stay at quarterback and under center. That double wing formation with a wideout on either side on 1st and 5. I don't think they'll throw it again. Long count. The give straight ahead. Nice running room into the linebackers now to the DBs all the way to the 46 or 7-yard line by Javon Whitfield. Gain of 15 and a first down.
Ball carrier for the Eagles, number 27, Javon Whitfield.
At halftime, Delta had unofficially 21 first downs. They've added 10 more here in the second half. 31 first downs, and total yardage tonight is going to be insane off the charts. Like I said, statting this game is going to take a while. Delta with a fresh 4 downs at their own 48. Clock still rolling, 3.5 to play. Sweep left side, running room, great cut to the outside to daylight, to the 30, to the 20, all the way to the house for a Delta touchdown. Matthew Schweer, daylight, touchdown. Beautiful. Wow. Unbelievable. On to try the PAT. Zach Stanley looking for point number 84 in this game. He wears jersey 88. There goes the kick. They nearly blocked it. They might have deflected it, but it's good. 2.5 minutes to go in this game. It's all over except for the final score. Delta has scored again. It's 84-20. Delta out in front on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
The world of high school sports is filled with athletes who possess the eye of the tiger and whose focus and determination enables them to soar like eagles. The games themselves can't be played without a few zebras. Becoming an IHSAA official is a great way to be part of the action and to support Indiana's healthy tradition of high school athletics. Visit IHSAA.org and get in the game. This message brought to you by the IHSAA and the high schools in your community.
Welcome back to the ball game. The clock continues to roll down. We've got 1:45 to go. This one all but over except for the final score. And we may already be there as Delta leads Shelbyville 84-20. You heard that right. Might be some records broken tonight in the Delta record book. Waiting to kick off. Stanley has the signal of the minute 18. He'll come boot it. And there it goes, hard and low down the middle. Fielded at the 7-yard line. Return straight ahead. 20, 25, 30. Fumble. It's on the ground and Delta's got it. Wow. Insult to injury for Merritt, who has played his tail off in the midst of a nice return. He got hit. It came out. They've lost a fumble. Delta's got it at the Shelbyville 37. First turnover of the game by either team, and Delta will probably just take a knee here in the running clock with 30 seconds of it left. The coaching staff says, just come back. They don't have to snap it again. The play clock is at 25. The game clock's at 18, and they're just going to say, let's round them up and call it a night. And that's going to be it for this one. No reason to run another play. And you hear the crowd come to its feet. Great hand for Delta. They've done it here tonight in extraordinary fashion. That's it. Delta and Shelbyville form the handshake line. The Eagles demolish the Golden Bears tonight. The final score, Delta 84, Shelbyville 20. Back with a quick post-game wrap-up after this timeout on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel. Stay right there.
Honey, isn't it amazing?
What?
The sacrifice, the dedication, the grit. I mean, they really set an example, don't they?
Oh, well, no question. Today's high school athletes are truly special.
Not the athletes.
Woohoo.
The officials.
Oh.
Today's student athletes are truly special. But there's something pretty great about the men and women who officiate their games, too. Like the way they're giving back to their communities. Officiating is a terrific way to stay in shape, meet new people, and stay connected to the game you love. But the biggest reason of all, we need more qualified high school officials here in Indiana. And without them, the rest of us would have a whole lot less to cheer about. High school games need officials. High school sports need you.
Great call, Ralph.
Yeah.
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
It's your ticket to an evening out that won't break the bank. It's your ticket to explosive runs, acrobatic catches, and game-saving tackles. It's your ticket to an experience you'll never forget. It's your ticket to the IHSAA State Football Tournament. Attending a tournament football game is a fun and affordable way to see sports played the way they were meant to be, for the pure love of it. The Indianapolis Colts and the Indiana High School Athletic Association invite you to be part of Indiana's rich tradition of high school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport, pure state tournament excitement. The drama is set to kick off. Do you have your ticket?
Welcome back to Delta High School. I'm Brian Beaver. If you joined us for the front end of the game and you stayed all the way through it, thank you very much, because this one got ugly in the second half before it was all over. Delta wins the HHC opener tonight and their home opener. The final score, the Eagles 84, the Golden Bears 20. Quick scoring recap for you. Delta led after a quarter 28-6, led at halftime 56-6. Led after 3, 70-12, won the game 84-20, and a running clock in play most of the second half. You look down at the score sheet, Delta scored 12 touchdowns, 1 throwing, 10 rushing, 1 special teams when they covered a block punt in the end zone. I believe that was Bedwell who got credit for that touchdown, but you look down at the score sheet and all kinds of circles. Hunt threw for a touchdown. The catch on that play went to Bedwell. Rushing touchdowns, 2 for Stitt, 1 for Bedwell, 3 for West, 2 for Belangi, 1 by Tempest, 1 by Schwer, 1 by Wooden. So just an amazing offensive performance here tonight for the Delta Eagles. They win, go to 2-1 overall, 1-0 in the Hoosier Heritage Conference. Shelbyville drops to 0-3 and 0-1 respectively. And every Delta possession offensively ended in a touchdown tonight, and except for the last one. And they just laid on the running clock, didn't have to snap the ball, and that was the end of the game. So a fantastic performance tonight for Chris Overholt's Eagles offense. The defense gave up a couple second-half scores. Shelbyville did not quit. That's to their credit. And both of these teams put on a pretty good show here tonight for the few bucks you pay to watch this great sport in high school football. And there'll be a lot of learning going on both sides. I look across the way, and Shelbyville is huddled on a knee in the far corner of the stadium, and their coach, Michael Clevenger, giving them pep talk, I'm sure, and telling them, you know what, the sun's going to come up tomorrow, and we have things to work on, but we will get better because we're not going to quit, just like they didn't do in the game. So, to their credit, fantastic job tonight in the effort department. Golden Bears just came up way short. They hit a buzzsaw tonight, spelled DELTA. So, the final score for the final time here in Royerton, it's Delta 84, Shelbyville 20. I'm Brian Beaver. Thanks for joining us tonight. Be with us a week from tonight. I'll let you know what game we're going to cover Monday or Tuesday on my Twitter feed at Delco Preps. Be the lucky guy or gal who puts me over 3,000 followers. Until then, have a great Labor Day weekend. And until next time, take it easy, everybody.